after that, I'll be available for 5-10 minutes Q&A. Obviously, don't ask me any technical questions. As you can see, I really suck on that. But otherwise, I'll be very happy to answer any questions regarding Pilates. So, guys, we're going to start with breathing. You're going to sit on the side. I'd like you to start with sitting up straight. So try to imagine you're really like trying to lengthen at the spine, and we have a nice neutral spine long. You're keeping your legs about hip width distance apart. Rest your hands near the knees, okay? And you're going to take a deep breath in through the nose and out through pursed lips. Keep going, long breath in through the nose and out through pursed lips. Try to lengthen the exhale and try also to lengthen the inhale. So I like to spend a bit of time, stay as you are. I like to spend a bit of time talking about breathing because it's a very important part of Pilates, but also of exercise and life in general. So every time you take a deep breath in, what we tend to do is to have a shallow breath. What I mean is like we send the air into our chest area, we build up tensions into the neck. So now every time you inhale, I'd like you guys to try to send the air onto the sides and the back of the rib cage. So from where you are, try to expand the rib cage without elevating your shoulders. Every time you exhale, I would like you to pull your tummy muscles in. So it's not just about bringing the belly button towards the spine, but I'd like you to imagine your entire ab area. So that's your corset-like group of muscles that is sitting around your waistline. And I'd like you to feel like how this waistline pulls in every time you exhale and comes tighter. Okay? So inhaling, expanding the rib cage, exhaling, bringing the tummy in, bringing all the transverse abdomen into a tighter, one notch tighter. Like if you're wearing a belt, imagine you're getting it one notch tighter. Okay, one last move with the breath just to really feel that. I'd like you guys from this up-seated position to roll forward from the head, bring yourself forward and look between your knees. So you are in this forward position. You can rest your hands onto the shins or onto the mat, and then take a deep breath in and really resist your shoulders coming up. So inhaling, trying to expand the sides of the rib cage, and then exhaling, try to go away from your thighs, okay? So every time you exhale, bring the tummy in and try to come away from the thighs without moving from this position. On the next exhale, rebuild the spine, come back up to a up-seated position, and now we're going to roll onto our back for the rest of the warm-up, okay? So guys, roll onto your back. We're going to start with our pelvis rocks. So at the beginning, I'd like you to actually rock your pelvis to the maximum range of movement. So what I mean is like you're going to rock. I'm just lifting my arms so you can see the back, but you can keep the arms alongside your body. I'm going to lift mine so you can see. You're going to rock into like overarching the lower back and then rock all the way to a full imprint position. And keep going like a couple of rocks into your full range of movement. And then from the next one, I'd like you guys to start reduce the range every time by 10% and keep reducing by 10% when you rock one side to the other and then stop in the middle. When you stop in the middle, that's your neutral spine, roughly your neutral spine. So you can check that you are in this neutral spine by wiggling your fingers underneath your lower back and feel that there is a bit of space about like the size of like a chestnut, more or less, okay? And if you can also check by bringing the heels of your hands, okay, onto your hip bones and then your fingertips onto your pubic bone. Feel this triangle that you're forming, and this triangle should be more or less parallel to the floor. So that's your neutral spine position. And then from here, I'd like you guys to just roll into an imprint. So that means you're bringing the pubic bone towards your navel, towards the belly button, and then come back just to the neutral. Stop at the neutral, and again, come back to an imprinted position, and then return to the neutral. Now, I'd like you to focus on not using your heels or your glutes to push into the imprint, but actually use your oblique muscles, okay? They're the ones who are attached to your hip area, okay? They're attached to the pelvis, and they are going to pull the pelvis into this posterior tilt, and they're going to bring you into this imprinted position. So that means that the lower back is now melted onto the mat. You can't wiggle your fingers underneath your lower back. Okay, so let's challenge this position. Let's see if you're not using your heels to get into this position. Stay in the imprint and now bring your legs to tabletop, both of them. You should be able to stay on the imprint, and now you're going to start feeling your abdominals working. Glue those legs together, okay? And we're going to do our spinal rotation. So bring your arms onto the side. You can like get them a bit wider because they're going to help you to push back. And now you're going to inhale to prepare. Exhale to bring both legs toward one side, but keep the shoulders onto the mat. Inhale to return to the center, and then rotate to the other side. And return. Now we're going to do 3 more on each side, and I'd like you to focus when you come back to push with the bottom leg. So push with the bottom leg to come back to the middle, and then rotate to the other side, and then push with the bottom leg and pull with the waistline and come back to the middle. 2 more on each side, keeping the shoulders onto the mat, and return to the middle. You can go as far as you can keep the shoulders on the mat. And return. Last one. And return. Excellent. Now we're going to do few hip rolls, mobilizing the spine. So you're going to get your feet about hip width distance apart. A way to do that is when your feet are together, get your heels apart and then your toes apart, and you're about hip width distance from your feet are about hip width distance. So there's the distance of your hip bones, okay? So bring your arms back towards your hips. And now we're going to roll onto a shoulder bridge, but you're going to roll 1 vertebra at a time. Start by getting into the imprint and then roll 1 vertebrae at a time, all the way up to a shoulder bridge. Stay there for an inhale, exhale, return, melting the spine back onto the mat. Pass through your imprint and return again to the neutral. So in terms of muscle, it's first abdominals for the imprint, then glutes, then hamstrings, and push, 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 push. You hear up, weight is on the shoulders, your knees are pushing away from you, so you're in a long line. Inhale there, return like a string of pearl. You're returning 1 vertebrae at a time, ta, 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 and back to neutral. Last one, rolling 1 vertebrae at a time, all the way up, and returning 1 vertebrae at a time, all the way back. Excellent. So stay on your back. We're going to do the last warm-up exercise. It's going to be our head nods. It's a very small, subtle exercise, but extremely important to avoid any neck pain. If you guys regularly have neck pain and you do a lot of sport, it's probably because you're not doing the head nods. So let's practice that. So head nod, you're lying on your back, your head is against the mat, and you're going to inhale to nod the head, keeping the back of the head on the mat. Exhale to return. So yes, it's that small of a movement. You're literally just nodding the head. Imagine if you had your head on a towel. It's like someone is pulling the towel down, and you're bringing the chest a little closer, the chin, a little closer to your chest, but you still have about an apple distance between the chin and the chest, and then exhale to return. Last one, you nod the head, looking above the knees. Inhale, exhale to return. Okay, so we got our head nod. Now we're going to incorporate it into our movements. The first one is the ab prep. We're going to do 2 normal ab prep first to warm up, okay, and get the exercise together. So you have your arms long by your side. You're going to inhale to head nod, exhale to curve up, look towards your knees, inhale there, exhale to return. Now for the second one, guys, I would like you to do something. You're going to bring your hands underneath your lower back, okay? So you have both hands, the fingers are underneath the lower back, and you are in neutral, so your fingers have space to be there. And you're going to inhale to head nod, exhale to flex up, and you should not feel the lower back jamming the fingers. Stay there for an inhale, exhale to return. Let's actually do one last one so we really got those principles together before we progress, okay? One of my friends who's a personal trainer told me this is possibly the best ab exercise you can do because it applies every single basic principle you need and it works your six packs pretty hard. So you're going to inhale to head nod, exhale to curl up, ample distance between the chin and the chest, neutral back, not bulging the belly out. Inhale there, exhale to return. Okay, everybody, now you've got the principles. So now let's progress. Okay, interlace your fingers, bring the arms behind your head and rest your head onto your hands. Now, I'd like you guys to do the head nod by pulling, use your hands literally to do the head nod, like you're pulling your head away from you. And now you exhale to lift up, inhale there, exhale to return. 5 more, head nod, bringing up, look at your elbows. They should be just in your peripheral vision, but not all the way up and not all the way down. Okay, so slightly lifted, keep going. We have 3 or 4 more to do depending on your speed. We have 6 in total. And return, head nod, flexing up, 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 go as high as you can maintain the neutral spine. When you return, the head returns last. And up, inhale, and return. Excellent. We are warming up the abs. Excellent. So now you're going to lengthen your right leg. Keep your arms just as they are with the elbows slightly lifted, visible in your peripheral vision. Now we're going to curl up and lift the leg. We're going to do 6 of those. Head nod, flex up, lift the leg, look towards the toes and return. And again, let's pick up the speed. Return, inhale, exhale, inhale, return, inhale, exhale, inhale, return. Make sure you're really fully exhaling and fully inhaling. You're not bulging the abs out. And now change leg, long leg, pointing the toes, and keep going. 6 of those. And return. And return. Keep going. That's excellent. I'm saying that, but actually I can't see you guys, but I'm sure you're doing very well. Okay. And last ones. And good. Okay, we did a little warm-up of the abs. That's really nice. So now we can start doing proper exercises, okay? Although the ab prep is a proper exercise. Don't take me wrong. Okay, now you're going to lengthen both legs, okay? Bring them together, glue them together. If you tend to have lazy legs and they go like apart from each other, then put something in between your feet that you have to press. So it really forces you to activate the inner thighs, activate the adductors, okay? So now, you're gonna bring your arms overhead, but I'd like you guys to only go as far as you can maintain your rib cage to abdominals connection. So what I mean about that is, look, I'm gonna show you the wrong way is that, okay? So like here, I completely gave up, like my arms are overhead, but my rib cage popped up, okay? It's flared up. And that means that my rib cage is not touching the mat anymore. So now I'd like you to feel that your breastbone is heavy. Reconnect the rib cage to the abs. And if you don't have the flexibility to come all the way down, it's okay. Keep the arms here. That's totally fine. Now we're going to do a roll up, but I'm going to show you 2 preps. And you will only do the full roll up if you're already doing perfect preps. Okay. So inhale to bring your arms toward the ceiling. Exhale to curl up, looking towards the toes. Inhale there. Exhale, return all the way down. And again, second one, bring your arms up. Curl up. Inhale. Exhale down. Okay, we've done our preps. If they were perfect, follow me for the rest. If not, keep working on that. Now, arms towards the ceiling. Exhale, flex up. Curl up, come all the way up to a sit-up position. Look at where you are here. You are not collapsing on your side. You keep your pelvis vertical, but you're over your legs, your head looks down towards the side. And now inhale to start rolling back down, 1 vertebrae at a time, and returning all the way down. We've done 1, we have 5 more to do. I'm gonna be covering the basic principles as you go. Keep going, exhaling, coming all the way up.
And once you reach the point where you're looking towards the thigh, then you roll back down. Number 1, keep your shoulders away from the ears. Relax them. Number 2, I don't want to see that. No, that's not good. I want to see that. You're going to bring your arms toward the ceiling, and then you're going to peel one vertebrae at a time, all the way up. Shoulders relaxed, legs straight, toes towards the ceiling. Come there, and then come back down. Okay, once you've done 5, we're going to do the 6th one together. Okay, guys? So you should be around your 5th one by now. So let's everybody come back to the starting position and now follow my cueing. We're going to do the 6th one together by inhale, bring the arms towards the ceiling. Exhale to curl up. Stop there, guys. Stop there. And now inhale, exhale, bring one vertebrae off. Inhale, exhale, one more vertebrae off. Inhale, exhale, one more off. Keep going. One off, one off, one off. Keep going. Legs straight, legs onto the mat. No cheating. Keep going, keep going. Look towards the side now. Come all the way to a C curve. And then relax your shoulders. One down, one down. Inhale, exhale, one down. Inhale, exhale, one down. Keep going, keep going. Slow down, slow down. No collapsing, controlling. Excellent. I think everybody loved it, so we're going to do one more, okay? So arms towards the ceiling, and now flex up. So here you're already looking towards the toes, and now I'd like you guys to peel one vertebrae at a time, okay? You should be controlling. Your legs should be glued onto the mat. I'm cheating a little bit. I don't want to see any cheating on your side, guys. And once you're here, you're going to stay up there. Rebuild the spine up, come to a sit-up position, and now we're going to do our spine twist. So for the spine twist, guys, you're going to keep those legs glued together. They're already in the right position, okay? And you're going to keep your feet flexed, toes towards the ceiling, okay? I'd like you guys to bring your arms into a prisoner position. I think it's called prisoner, I'm not sure. Anyway, like interlace your finger, bring them behind your head. Use those hands to actually lengthen, okay? So they're like actually pulling onto your neck slightly, so you are in a nice tall position. If you're not sure if you are in a up straight position, you're gonna push onto your fist, and that puts your back instantly into a neutral back position, okay? So arms in prisoner, inhale to prepare, exhale to twist to the right side. Inhale, come back to the middle, exhale to twist to the left side. Come back to the middle. When you're twisting, keep your elbows just off your peripheral vision. So they shouldn't come together, and they also shouldn't come apart from each other. No, you're just twisting the torso and returning on the inhale. Imagine you going up a spiral and return. And so you're like growing tall as well as like rotating from one side to the other. And now, once you've done 4 on each side, I'd like you guys to bring your arms parallel, tall, above your head. Are they parallel? They look funny on the video. Okay, guys. So you're going to inhale to lengthen. Exhale to rotate to the left, to the right. And inhale, return. Exhale to the other side. And return. 2 more on each side. If you feel this exercise is easy, that means you're cheating. So make sure you're not collapsing. You're really lengthening, growing tall. And also look at my feet. They're not moving. So we don't want to see that, okay? Your pelvis is not moving as you rotate. Your pelvis is stable and you're just rotating at the waist and coming back. Excellent, guys. So now we warmed up a bit this waistline. We have done some hip rolls, so we are ready for our rolling like a ball. So for that, guys, you're going to come to the end of your mat so you have space behind you because we're going to be rolling backward, okay? So come to the front of your mat and then try to imagine we're going to C-curve the spine, but instead of like collapsing backward, we actually try to roll up and over and look over our knees. Now, bring your left leg up, bring your right leg up, and you are in this nice balancing position. There's two options. Either you hold at your chin, or a little harder, you're going to press onto your knees, but actually separate the knees a little bit and press them away from each other. So showing you from the front, that means you either have this option, pressing in and out, or you can hold and keep the legs together. So we are here. We're going to do just one prep, just to understand the exercise. You're going to look towards the knees, and you're going to inhale to roll slightly back and come back. One more time. Okay, so inhale slightly back and return. Okay, we got the principle. Now we're going to roll all the way to our shoulders and come back 10 times. Let's go. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Balance. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Balancing. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Try the progression where you're pressing on your knees and the knees are pressing out, and keep going. Inhaling back. Exhale forward. And a few more. I hope you are counting. Make sure you go to at least 10. You can do a few more if you want, and you can do a little progression at the end by doing a sprinter. And rolling back and forward and sprinter. Back, forward, sprinter, and last one. I think I've done 10. And back. Very well done, guys. Okay, so from where you are, let me just slide my program down so I see all the exercises. Excellent. So from where you are, now we're going to do our abs conditioning, okay? So then we're going to do a bit of abs endurance. Take a deep inhale, get ready. We're going to roll from here onto our back, okay? So you have rolled onto our back. You hold onto your shins, sorry, not the chins, okay? So make sure you are into an imprint. We're going to start with the single leg stretch. You're going to inhale to head nod, exhale to curl up, look towards the knees, and now bring those knees into a tabletop position. And now you're going to inhale to prepare, exhale to reach your right leg away from you, and swap. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Keep going. Make sure as you're doing that, you're not collapsing your torso. So you're not coming down, down, all the way to resting. Actually, if you can, come even closer to your knee every time you swap and swap and swap and keep going. One more and come back. Stay up there, guys. Stay up there. Don't relax. Interlace your fingers behind the head. Okay, and now we're going to do our obliques. Make sure the elbows are not all the way to your head and they're not all the way open. They are in your peripheral vision. And if you can, keep the shoulder blades off the mat. And now let's go. You're going to extend the left leg and rotate to the right. Look towards the right. Come back to the middle on the inhale. Exhale, rotate to the other side. Keep going and rotate. And only 8 more to do on each side. And 7 more to do on each side. Keep going. Extending the right leg as you rotate to the left. Extending the left leg as you rotate to the right. Don't collapse your torso as you go. Keep the tips of the shoulder blades off the mat. Make sure you're not pulling your head forward with your hands. No. Keep the apple between the chin and the chest and keep going. And once you've done your 10 on each side, stay there. Stay up there, guys. And now we're going to do the double leg stretch. Okay? You're staying up there. Hands on the knees. You're still looking towards your knees. And now we're going to break it down. I'm going to show you the arms first, then the legs, and then we're going to get them together. For the arms, you're going to bring them towards you. And then imagine you taking off a hat. Okay? And then circle the arms, bring them down back to your knees. And again, you take off the hat and then circle the arms, bring them back to the knees. Now let's do just the legs. You're going to bring your legs to diagonal and back to tabletop. Pretty simple. Legs to diagonal and back to tabletop. Now we're going to do everything together. Let's get ready. Inhale, exhale, long line, circle the arms, return. And again, long line, circle the arms, return. 8 more to do. Let's go. 4 more. one. Stay up there. Stay up there. Extend your legs toward the ceiling for scissors. Come a bit higher, guys. Come a bit higher. Now, you're going to hold light onto your leg. And now you're going to reach your left leg away as you hold onto the right leg. Inhale to swap. Exhale, reach. Reach. Inhale to swap. Exhale, reach. Reach further and swap. Reach. Reach further and swap. Keep the leg straight and swap. And 5 more on each side. Come back up, come a little higher, inhale there, exhale, return everything back onto the mat. Well done, guys. Now, give yourself a little stretch. So, extend your legs, extend your arms, come into a long line, and this time you can actually let your ribcage pop up because we're stretching a little bit those abs that we worked pretty damn hard just now. Okay, well done, guys. I'm proud of you. Now we're going to do our shoulder bridge, okay? So it's just a little break before the hardest ab exercise, okay? Break, what I mean by a break, I mean a break on the abs because we're going to be working the back chain, all right? So the shoulder bridge, you're going to fold your legs, bend your legs, and have the soles of the feet onto the mat. Arms long by your side. For the shoulder bridge, we're going to lift the hips, but it's not like the hip roll where we come one vertebrae at a time. Here, I would like you to imagine that your hips are into a block of concrete and you're going to put it up in one block, maintaining the neutral back. So check that you are in neutral. Bring your arms by your side. Look towards the ceiling. Inhale to prepare. Exhale to lift up. Inhale there. Exhale to return. 3 more preps. Inhale to lift. Exhale to return. Sorry, I got the breathing wrong. Inhale, prepare, exhale, lift. Inhale there, exhale, return. And lift on the exhale. Inhale there and return. And again, last one. But on the last one, you're going to stay up there. Take 1 full round of breath. And now follow my lead. You're going to inhale to extend your left leg toward the ceiling, keeping the bum up, keeping the hips up. And now exhale, flex the ankle, lower the leg. Inhale, point the foot, bring it back toward the ceiling. Keep going 2 more times. Flex, lower, point up. Flex, lower, point up. Bend the leg, return it. Stay up there. Stay up there. Bring the other leg toward the ceiling. And now flex, lower, point up. 2 more times. And up. Last 1 and up, bend at the knee, return the foot, inhale there, exhale, lower, 1 more time. Okay, let's get ready. Inhale to prepare, exhale to lift. And now the right leg toward the ceiling, bend and up, bend and up. Last 1, return. And this one. Bend, return, inhale there, exhale to return. Excellent, guys. Now we're going to do our rollover. I'm going to show you the prep. If you feel that the prep is hard, I would like you guys to stick to the prep. If you feel that the prep is okay, then follow me onto the full rollover. But by all means, the prep is really hard ab exercise, so you can stick to that if you feel like it's working. And I'm just going to check like everything is fine. There's no message saying that something's wrong. So perfect. Okay, cool. All right. So the tech is on our side for once. Okay, cool. All right, the rollover prep. Guys, find your imprint. Bring your lower back close to the mat. Bring your legs to tabletop. Cross your ankles. Bring your arms on the side. You're going to need them. You're going to push on them. It's also a triceps exercise, okay? So inhale to prepare. Exhale to peel your spine off the mat. Come up and return on the inhale. And again, exhale up and return. Change the crossing. And just before we do 2 more, I would like to make sure I'm going to show you what most people do. They do that. So that I can do that for 3 hours, okay? That's not the rollover prep. The rollover prep is feet and knees toward the ceiling. So let's do 2 more. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, up and back down. Last one. Exhale, up and back one. If this was extremely hard, I'd like you guys to do 2 more on each side and have a rest. If this was doable, then follow me for the full rollover prep. For the full rollover prep, imprint, legs to tabletop, bring them to diagonal, arms long by your side. Inhale to hinge your hips toward the ceiling, legs straight. Exhale to peel your spine off the mat all the way to legs parallel to the floor. Inhale to separate your legs. Exhale to return your spine 1 vertebrae at a time, all the way back to your starting position. Bring the legs back together. And again, 1 more in this way. Hinge, roll, separate the leg. Exhale to return 1 at a time. And now we're going to do 2 more, but starting with the legs separated, abducted. You're going to inhale to hinge your legs towards the ceiling. Exhale to peel the spine with control of the mat. Weight on the shoulders. Bring your legs together on the inhale. Exhale to return 1 vertebrae at a time, all the way back. Separate the leg for the last one. Hinge, peel. Inhale to bring the legs together. Exhale, 1 vertebrae back to the mat. Very well done, guys. So return your legs to the mat, and you can bring your knees side to side to give yourself a nice stretch. Relax a little bit, okay? And once you're done, I'd like you guys to hook your hands behind your thigh and come back up to a sitting for the saw. Okay, guys. So for the saw, you're going to be in a sit-up position, same principle, tall back, okay? But this time, the feet are separated about shoulder width, okay? More or less, right? Now, you're going to tall, long, lengthen back, arms by your side, wiggle your fingers, make sure you can see them on your peripheral vision. No, that's not the exercise. This is just a check. And now you're going to inhale to rotate to your left side. Exhale to roll over, look towards your side. Inhale to rebuild the spine. Exhale to return to the center. And now other side. Inhale, rotate. Exhale, flex over. Inhale to rebuild the spine and return to the middle. Now we're going to do just one little mod. This is to help you to do the exercise properly. We're going to inhale to rotate and bring the arms around us. So the front arm is at the belly. The back arm is behind the back. And now exhale to roll over this arm. So you're really scooping the belly in. Exhale, roll over, over, over. Inhale to rebuild the spine. Exhale, return to the center. And now other side. Roll over. Rebuild on the inhale. Return. Once more on each side. Rotating first, lengthening. Then you roll up and over. Feel the stretch on the back. Take an inhale to rebuild the spine. Come back to the center as you lengthen. And once more on the other side, same principle. You first rotate up a spiral. Then you roll over. You take an inhale to help you rebuild the spine. And you come back facing me on the exhale. Now, we worked with the saw. That's great. It helped us to prepare with the other exercise to our open leg rocker. Don't worry, we're going to do a prep version of it. So you have plenty of time to get to the full one. So it's a bit like the rolling like a ball, okay? Except that instead of being into a round back screw out, we come into a J curve and then we round the back for the rolling part. So let's get into the starting position. You are in a J curve. So what we mean about the J curve, look at my back, it's like the black part of my body. It makes like the letter J, okay? So that means that thoracic is straight, but the lumbar spine is flexed, okay? So we're not in our neutral back. We have the lumbar slightly curved, okay? Slightly flexed, all right? So we are in this nice J curve, chest proud, looking forward. Now,
lift your left leg, hook your arms behind the knee, lift the right leg. Now you're holding both legs and your shins are parallel to the floor, okay? So this should be a very nice V-shaped position that you have. And now you're gonna inhale to roll back just like for the rolling like a ball, but at the same time, when you start inhaling, you're gonna look toward the knees and curve the back, okay? So let's go. Inhale, roll back. Exhale, return J-curve. Whoop. Bad. We need to come back here. Okay. Inhale, back. Exhale, yes. Inhale, back. And return. Now you have a little progression if you want. You can extend the legs as you roll back, like that. And return. And back. And return. Use the breath to inhale as you go back. Exhale, strong exhale. Whoop. Parallel. And back. And return. Excellent, guys. We're almost done with our 10. And last one. Woo. Don't roll onto your neck. And done. Rest, guys. Very well done. You can cross your legs or bring them to butterfly. Showing forward, it's probably better. Bring your legs to butterfly to give yourself a nice stretch. Really good. And now we're going to move on to our side leg lift series. So I'm going to start with this one actually. Okay. So we're going to do the side kick first. Okay. So for both the side kick and the side leg lift, we're going to be resting our head onto the top arm. So I'd like you guys to make sure you have your palm wide and resting. It's going to help you with balancing. Now you're going to come to the end of your mat and make a straight line from the hand all the way to the hips in one straight long line. Now bring your legs straight and bring them towards the front of your mat, okay? So you are hinging just at the hip, but the legs are straight, all right, guys? So now your ankles are flexed, okay? And the top arm, you can either have it here if you want to work with your balance, or you can have it here to help you, like, not fall over. Make sure your hips are perpendicular to the floor. And now lift your top leg about hip width height, okay? And now you're going to inhale, kick twice forward. 1, 2, point the foot, exhale, long one. And 7 more. 1, 2, 1, 2. Keep going, 4 more. 1, 2. So it's forward and further and back. And forward and further and back. Forward, further and back. Last one. Forward, further, back. Stay up there. Stay up there. Keep the leg up there. Now lift the top leg. And now we're going to scissor the legs. Okay, let's go. 8 of them. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and last 2. Last one. And come to the middle. Stay up there, guys. And now the top leg is going to do crisscross, tap forward, tap backward. Forward, backward. Forward, backward. Forward, backward. We almost done. And last 2. And done. Okay, stay up there. Now laterally rotate your legs. So what I mean about that is like get into a clown position, the heels touching and the toes apart. And now you're going to beat your legs 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And relax. Well done, guys. Now we're going to do straight up the side leg lift series. We're going to do the lateral flexion and then we'll change side. So for the last one, you're actually going to come into a straight long line. So make sure you're back to a long line. You're not hinging at the hips anymore. Make sure the hips are stacked on top of each other. So that means this line is perpendicular to the floor. Okay. And now if you want, you can challenge yourself a little bit by bringing the top arm on top of your hips. Okay. Now we're going to make the banana shape. You remember we've done it last week. So inhale to prepare. Exhale to lift the torso and the legs. Look forward, smile. And return. 7 more.
And last two. And last one. Oh, rest, guys. Rest. Okay. Quick transition on your belly, and then we're going to do the other side. Quick transition onto the belly. It's the single leg extension. Stack your fingers on top of each other. Rest the forehead onto your fingers. Now, you're going to laterally rotate your legs. So same principle. That means the heels are looking at each other. The toes are pointing outward. And now you're going to exhale to lengthen your right leg and lift it up. Return on the inhale. Exhale to lengthen the left leg. Lift, return. Keep going. 6 more on each side. So, 7 more. So we do 8 on each side. And lengthen, lift, and back. If you are bending, you're not working, okay? If you're like lifting like that, like some floppy jellyfish, you're not working. So first, imagine someone is pulling from your ankle and then lifting from the glute, okay? So you lengthen and then you lift. And again, lengthen and lift. And last ones. And done. Once you're done with your last one, so you've done 8 on each side, come into a quick shell stretch. And now we're going to do our side leg lift series onto the other side. Okay, guys. So same principles. Long line all the way to the hip, and then leg straight and ankles flexed. Rest your head onto your arm. Use this hand for balance or challenge yourself here. And now lift the top leg. Inhale. 1, 2. 1, 2. Brushing backward on the exhale. Try to challenge your range of movement, okay? Don't be lazy about it. Like, give yourself a nice dynamic stretch of the hamstring forward and a nice dynamic stretch of the hip flexors when you go backward, okay? Try to use your obliques and your multifidi, so I mean your lower back muscles and your tummy muscles, to keep your torso as straight as possible. Double check quickly that your waistline hasn't collapsed. And on the last one, stay up there, lift the bottom leg, and now scissors. Sweep. And back. And keep going. I don't know why I'm laughing. And last one. Come back to the middle, stay up there, and now touch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Come back up. Did we have one last one? Oh, yes, beat, yes. And now you're going to laterally rotate your legs and you're going to beat 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stay up there and relax. Oh, whew. Okay. And now the lateral flexion. Okay, guys. So try, if you can, bring the top arm here. And now we're going to do our smiley face. So let's get ready. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift up and back down. Make sure your cervical spine is in the continuation of your spine. So what I mean is don't do that. Don't do that. Try to be in the same line. So you're doing a nice full body smiley face. And we have 8 to do, so I hope you guys have been counting, because I don't know if you noticed, but I'm not so great at that. And on the 8th one, whoa, relax. Oh, well done, guys. Okay, so the next one is swimming. It's on the belly, but actually I would like just to work a little bit of theory just before. So I'd like you guys to come into kneeling, okay? So come into kneeling, and when I say kneeling, it's kneeling. So that means you're really opening your hips. You're not like, relax like that, okay? So come, engage the glutes, come into a nice kneeling position, look towards the screen, bring your arms towards the ceiling, okay? And now you're gonna beat your arms
2, one at a time. Very good. So you're alternating, okay? So we're doing that, okay? So you see the rest of my body is not moving. Oh, sorry, I think I just received the delivery. Hello? Yeah. Is it okay to leave it on the stairs? Thank you very much. Thanks. Have a good evening. Bye. Sorry, guys. Lockdown life. Lockdown life. Okay. So we're back into our swimming. You've been doing that for a while. Excellent. You're ready for the real one. Okay. So you're going to come onto your belly. Okay. Legs laterally rotated. Now we're going to do the same thing with the arms, except we're going to be lying down and we're also going to be doing it with the legs. Okay. So let's get ready, guys. Bring your arms overhead. Have the nose just off the mat. Okay. And now you're going to inhale. Oh, actually, let's do a posture check first. So when you are lying on your belly, the way to make sure you are in neutral is to really press the pubic bone onto the mat, okay? So by pressing the pubic bone, it helps to protect the lumbar spine. You can also imagine you have a little ice tube underneath the belly button, and that helps to like engage transverse, come back into this neutral spine, okay? So now we have established the right posture. You're going to inhale to prepare, exhale to lift everything up. So we are already lifting. You remember the single leg extension? Same principle. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see knees resting on the mat, okay? I want to see nice, straight legs off the mat. You're literally just resting onto your rib cage and onto your pubic bone. And let's go for 100 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, and keep going. And make sure you're lengthening. You're really growing your arms and your ankles away from each other. Keep the legs straight. Keep looking towards the mat and keep going. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. And last inhale. Stay up there and relax. Oh, well done, guys. Okay. Push yourself into a shelf stretch. You deserve it. So remember, the shelf stretch is not the yoga belly pose, okay? It has a different purpose. The point of the shelf stretch is really to decompress the lumbar spine. In order to get that, you want to really round your spine. Imagine that your tailbone is heavy between the legs, okay? You're trying not to collapse onto the side. So it's an active stretch, okay? Now, use this position also to work onto your breathing. When you take an inhale, try to not lift the shoulders. Try to expand the rib cage. When you exhale, scoop the belly in and increase the stretch into the lumbar spine. And last one. Very good. And now you are ready for our last exercise. It's the favorite exercise of one of my French friends who hopefully is doing the class tonight. I hope she didn't give up when she saw like all the technical issues. It's our leg pull front, which is basically kind of like, you know, plank, like a harder version of a plank. So we're going to do a prep first. You get into your all four. Okay, so this is our all four, okay? But now from the all four, I'd like you guys to shimmy a little bit your knees backwards, about like 3/4, okay, of a plank, like kind of position. Now you're gonna tuck your toes under, okay? And now we're gonna come into a plank, but what I don't wanna see is that, okay? So what we're gonna do is literally use our heels and drive them backward. So you really just like lift the knees, keeping the back just where it is. So inhale to prepare, exhale to bring your heels backward, come into your plank, and exhale, return. And again, bring the heels backward, full plank, activate the glutes, activate the core, and return. 4 more, lifting and back. And again, you lift and back, and I lost count already, and back And now on the last one, probably the next one, you're gonna lift and you're gonna stay up there. And now we're gonna do the full exercise, okay? So guys, follow my instruction. You're gonna inhale to prepare, exhale to lift the right leg at the hip, so straight leg. Now, point your foot, drive yourself backward. Exhale to flex the foot, drive yourself forward, return on the exhale. And again, exhale, bring the other leg up, point, back, shift forward, flex, return, other leg, point, shift backward, shift forward, flexing, return, and flex backward, forward, return, and once more with each leg, return, last one, shift, return, and back. And now return the legs onto the mat. Ooh, well done. And now we're going to finish with a nice roll up. Everybody loves a roll up. So you guys are going to bring your arms a bit closer to your knees. You're going to push yourselves up. Walk your hands towards your feet. Look towards the knees and relax the back. Stay there for a full round of breath. If you want, you can even hold on to your elbows into a genie position. Stay there for a full round of breath. And then on the next exhale, you're going to scoop the belly in and rebuild the spine one vertebrae at a time. All the way up to a standing position. And you guys are done for today. Well done. Thank you for your patience. I'm available for the next 5-10 minutes. If you have questions, you can ask me directly on the YouTube live, and I will see you next Monday. So thank you very much. Okay, so I'm just going to bring my